Yo, what's up, Twitter world? This is Louis Oliver. I'm sitting here with my girl Latoya, my girl Charlie, my girl Ty, my man Mike. We're gonna be here. We're gonna introduce you guys to It's Hot in Here. We're going live about what you guys want to talk about, what we want to talk about out there in the world of Twitter. Anything you guys want to talk about, we're gonna talk about here each and every Tuesday, 6 p.m. You guys can catch us at Twitter on It's Hot in Here, ITSHOTTINHERE, or at Louis Oliver, LOUISOLIVER25, or at Charlie Quote, CHOLLYQUOTE. We're gonna be talking about the hottest things in relationships, sex, child, politics, you name it, we talking about it. So what we want to talk about today, we're gonna be here right now. We at That Wine Place here in Pembroke Gardens, the Falls Mall. We're gonna be here each and every Tuesday, 6 o'clock, before we start this wine and neo soul night. So whatever you guys want to talk about, Twitter us in, hit us up on Facebook, so we can get this discussion started. But today we're gonna be talking about fakeness versus realness. Why all the fake eyes, the fake hair, the fake titties, the fake breasts, the fake butts, the fake penises? I mean, why? Why not just keep it real? I mean, is it a thing of, and just talking about women, do women do these personal type of enhancement to compete against other women, or is it for personal enhancement itself? I mean, what's your idea? I mean, me personally, I'm around South Florida. I'm out on the scene a lot. I'm at the clubs, at the restaurant. These fake asses have just got to go. First of all, they got to get smaller, because if your ass is that big to where it looks like 2 watermelons on pogo sticks, your ass is too big.
Well, I think in today's society, people are always looking for instant gratification. So what people tend to do is they tend to do instant edification.
Right.
And what they do is they edify themselves for this gratification immediately. They're looking for immediate results. Nobody has long-term goals anymore. This is a microwave society. So I believe that at the end of the day, you know, I don't have 3 years to catch Mr. Right. So I think a lot of women think if I go, I edify, I push this up, I go against gravity. And at the end of the day, you can't go against gravity. I mean, what goes up
must come down.
It must come down. You could prop it up any way you want to, but it's coming down.
So you take that Victoria's Secret off.
As soon as, absolutely.
So can we pick a topic to start with? Can we just start in a particular area?
You can, yeah.
Okay. My thing is simply the butt pads. Not even the actual surgery, not the silicone injections. We'll say that for later.
The ones you pull up.
I'm talking about the actual butt pads.
Like in the jeans?
Yeah.
Like,
so I want to know, how does this go when you at this situation? We at That Wine Place. She come through, she bought 150, 145.
And 100 of that is in the air.
Right there. all in the butt pad. So I'm digging it. I'm a little tipsy. So my vision ain't clear enough to rectify that this is not real.
you got wine goggles on.
How does that conversation go when the pants come off and the butt pads come off too? How is she talking to me at that point? I just went from all bubbles to straight rice cakes. It ain't nothing there. She done went from this to flat down, and I'm sitting and I'm ready. How does she explain to me what just happened at that very moment?
Well, she's hoping by that point you liked her personality. That you've gotten to know her and her butt pad.
So that's my point. If you start off fake, how do you expect for me to end it real?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know, that is a good question. I mean, I've never been in that situation. I've never heard any direct hands-on or, you know, first account, you know.
Well, I seen a young lady that was a waitress at YOLO. She had them on. I've been back there about 3 months later. She no longer wears them. So I'm wondering
she probably got busted out. She probably
got like you
with somebody.
What was that?
Took the panties off, and he's like, "What's up?"
And the cutlets fell out.
But I mean, like Louis said, it don't even look right. The butt to thigh ratio don't even make sense.
Off.
Well, no, it is.
It's off bad.
But I mean, it's just like the hair. I mean, we know it's fake.
Right.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right, who you fooling?
Like,
So
you
there,
got
I
your
mean,
DNA in you.
I think in the beginning of times it was to fool you, but now people, I mean, you know, chicks are walking around here doing this.
Right.
Now if you see this pack,
Yeah, you know.
if you see that pack,
You know.
it's like a
Clear
dog.
sign.
It's like a dog.
Yeah, it's like it's sign language. Like I gotta.
Yeah. I mean,
But what's supposed to happen at that point? Am I not supposed to know you got that new Indian 525 running through there? Am I supposed to?
I totally agree. I totally agree.
I think there's a lot of competition though. Like women feel compelled in some way to peacock themselves and stand out. And even if someone knows it's a weave or it's fake butt pads or what have you, they feel the need to accentuate themselves, like you were saying, on an initial premise so that people can actually be attracted to them initially.
But
even
does
if
it
they're
speak
padding
to
down,
does it speak to a different insecurity? Because all you women right here are natural, all beautiful.
Right. I mean,
So
the
I'm
natural
saying-
hair. That's what I'm digging. Just natural. I like real
Everything
hair.
that's here.
You know why?
The only thing that might be different may be some of the coloring, but I'm just saying, natural. It's short.
And it's
beautiful.
short.
It fits her.
Right.
The thing is, if her hair could be longer, she might let it be that way. But even so, this fits her. That's the natural beauty. So my thing is,
with that.
so that's what I'm saying. Does it really go to a deeper insecurity?
At the end of the day, I don't care. The big butt walks through the room, and like she states, everybody's looking.
Right. And it's pop. It's
Yeah, you
popular.
may be you may
Everybody
be
likes it.
looking, but I mean, I think the deeper is. I don't know if there's a deeper issue, like people are that dissatisfied with themselves, or they're actually out there to compete, especially women. I mean, to me, I'm a natural person. You know me, Charlie. You've been knowing me for a long time. I'm into natural hair, natural eyes. I mean, I'm out at clubs and I see eyelashes out to here. They actually
They
look
can't
like
even
bird wings. I'm trying to figure out, like, I know.
I would say in defense of all men, though, just because we looking, don't mean we
Well,
like it.
I agree, and I think what a lot of
Sometimes
women.
it's not admiration.
I think a lot. Well, I think that a lot of men are looking at the milk, but they're not really trying to buy the milk. They
Right.
really want Coke. But you know, the milk is sweating and looking good.
But see,
I'll give you that, but my thing is, the milk may be a little bit sweeter, but I know this cow is artificial and it's gonna take me too much for the steroids and upkeeping of that
But
cow.
see,
I
the
just can't
girl-
grow natural grass. So I don't want that cow coming home with me.
But the girl with the small butt, she doesn't know what's going on in your head. All she sees is you looking
Right,
at a big
at the
butt.
big butt.
She
Okay,
sees you
I give
looking
you
at
that.
the
Not on her.
Right.
the anorexic waist
Right.
and the colossal booty.
Right.
Like, that's all she sees. So she don't know. She's like, damn, I gotta go get that.
Right.
And also,
Yeah, but a lot of times we're looking in disgust, like
That's what I'm
it's not, it's not like we're it's not like we're looking in admiration.
But when you hit a
and
big one, it's like,
admiring.
damn.
I mean,
But
but
a lot of
like
times,
me and Lou was standing by each other, we'd be like, can you believe this garbage? she really do this?
But look, it's on the videos.
Yes, it's portrayed by the media.
It's portrayed by the media. It's in the videos. They're
Kim Kardashian,
They're getting
we'll give it
the
up.
right.
and her
Nicki
ass
Minaj.
is fake. Kim's ass is fake.
Right. I mean,
You can't
but
tell me. I mean, when it hangs that low to the ground, it's almost like the stomach of a broken down donkey or horse.
Oh my God.
You know, it's like a U in the back. You ever see
But
like
she's,
a,
but she's glorified for it.
Right, she's glorified.
She's
That's
glorified.
her asset.
Magazine.
Beyond
She's
her
making money
TV
off of it.
shows,
Yeah.
it's her ass.
So what are we supposed to look at as women, as young women growing up in this society when media portrays us as having this contemplation that this is a standard of beauty? You can get
see,
far
Look
with a
at
big
Gary
butt.
Lincoln Smith.
That's when you
Small,
can't
petite.
let popular culture, media, other people
I agree.
influence you
Right.
into adhering to their level, and
But
conforming to that.
that's a level of maturity. Okay, you've got these chicks. We discussed this last week when everybody was going to the All-Star game. Okay, you've got stunners. There was so much silicone in Orlando. I mean, it could fill the dump site.
Man, I should have went. No.
You would have went home unhappy.
You would have, and at the end of the day, everybody wants, like you said, it's competition. Everybody wants, what can I do to
edge.
take me, what gives me the edge, what gives me the next, what's gonna put me in front of this baller, what's gonna,
Give me that next paycheck.
that next paycheck, what's gonna pay my rent.
I mean,
it
okay,
is.
but you go there, in all defense, we talk about ballers. Lewis is 1 out of 1,000. Somebody that actually has intelligence
Right.
and is building a business.
Right.
So I mean, most ballers are they already insecure. They already normally didn't get that play till they got that contract. So like I said, I think this goes down to a deeper rooted issue because you're building insecurity on top of insecurity.
Right. You're feeding each other.
Yeah.
That
So
energy.
and now we're talking about, even if we go into stats and an analytical standpoint, we're talking about NBA All-Star. It's only what, 24 players there? How many women? The odds of you getting a baller is about as good as we talking about that Powerball. It's gonna end up going to that 80-year-old woman. That's what's gonna happen. You ain't even coming out on top. So you went there with all these options. You leave with Cuckoo and them that rented their cars, they rented their rims, and they afford it now. They in the W, they in the hotel.
Absolutely.
But they ran out of money came Monday.
But it's 17 in one room with one queen size bed.
Yeah. So that's what you end up with. You ain't even touching it because them boys got a tight rotation. If you look at groupies, that's worse than the U.S. Senate. That's a tight little circle.
Well, I always feel like, you don't get wifed.
Right.
I mean, look at the back. Look at some of the top athletes, and look at ballers or professional or executives, presidents, what have you. Look at their wives.
Right.
They're natural. They're regular. They're regular women.
If we're talking about fakeness,
and not enhanced.
And Lou, I gotta ask you, as a young black male looking up to you as a role model, you've taught me some things, you showed me something. What was the game like before y'all had Twitter and Facebook? What was you like? You and Jordan and Pippen. What was y'all doing? When did groupie become an actual side hobby?
No, that's a job.
Yeah,
that's a full-time job.
When did groupie
invest?
If you had to
that's another topic, right?
I'm just saying, but if you had
that's next week's topic.
I know, right?
We're talking about fake.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if I'm talking about the year of the fakeness, like if you had to put a year of the fakeness, when did it start?
You want to know when did it start?
When groupie became a full-time occupation, when you could go onto a website and put "I'm a groupie" for your occupation, like when did that start? Was it like the early 2000s?
Dude,
when it started.
That's been around ever since society has been exalting people that do things that most people can't do. I mean, whether it be movie stars, music stars, anything that people can't do, people look to those people as like, okay, they aspire to be there. So a lot of people are willing to do whatever it takes to get to those people. I don't understand that. I mean, I think
you know what? No. You know what it is that we as an African American culture are now being exposed financially now to it. It's been going on forever. I mean,
it's nothing new.
There's nothing new.
But they just had big hair and they was
they had enhancement.
It's always
breast enhancement's been around forever.
But it's more prevalent now because now it's hitting the African American culture, which is now the ass.
Because now we're traveling overseas to get it done.
Yeah.
For like 10% of the price.
Right.
That's why it's more affordable and available to us.
The man always wanted the curves of a black woman. That's all that is.
But they've been doing it in Colombia for how long?
Yeah.
You go to Colombia and get it for like $20.
It's big in Brazil for a lot longer than they've been in our society. We've just made it popular now.
We just find it now.
It's now more prevalent. It's more cost effective, and now you're seeing more of the African American culture getting involved into it.
I just don't remember things being so fake. Like we was talking about high school. You knew Big Booty Judy.
Right.
You knew Big Booty Monique. It was like 4 or 5 girls.
And you knew it was real because you knew you could just see it shake.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like jelly. It was like jelly before you put it on a peanut butter.
If she ran track, you was at track. You wanted to see Big Booty
Because you knew it was falling out of track.
Yeah, you wanted to see that.
Did you walk through the halls and touch it?
Huh?
I mean, you trying to sneak a time. You trying to.
You touching and run.
You touch a fake ass now, you could die. You could die. Because
it's like
that cement. Cement, silicone.
It's just I'm trying to figure out and then it's not like they do it one time. It's like they have to keep.
You have to do it.
Gravity affects that too.
You gotta keep pumping the breast. You gotta keep pumping the lips. You gotta keep pumping the butts. I'm like, yo, when does it stop?
But it never stops. It doesn't.
I mean, on the real, you see these women with these enhancements, and they look great on the outside, and you say that you don't want to necessarily bring them home per se.
No.
But
No,
but
not at
are
all.
you really real about that yourselves as men, knowing that you can
Look.
let time go by and let a woman naturally age,
Okay.
and things naturally go south?
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem. I can't do fake. I don't want fake eyes, fake breasts, fake hair, fake butt. I don't want any of that.
But like she said, as nature takes its
It's
course
gonna-
and it
nature-
ages, are you still
Nature is
attractive
gonna
to
take
that
its
natural,
toll
or do
on
you,
all of us.
or do you turn
Hey,
her in
nature is
for
gonna-
the next natural chick?
Nature
Right.
is going to take its toll on all of us.
Once again, though, that's
But
not
I'm
the
saying,
question.
at least-
That's not the question.
Okay, but at least if it's a natural, it's almost like economics. At least if it's a natural curve, I can expect it.
You
So
can
that
accept
means if she went from banging in 1995, so that curve might do like this, but she always gonna be beautiful for me. So I'm coming right down that curve with her. So
Right.
we on that path together.
Together, right.
But if she just fake all kind of makeup, all kind of hair, and that night when she stay over and that stuff come off, that's like the economy when Bush was in office. It's just down here. I'm like, whoa,
For the most part, like the fake butt thing, I've never had it, but I've heard the stories of some of my friends that have dealt with women with the fake booty.
I move to the side and
They
shit.
actually want it darker than the scene with Eddie Murphy and Eartha Kitt when she said, "Can you make it a little darker in here, Mark?" You know, and Boomerang. Was that Boomerang?
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Mark.
Right. Mark is right. Can you make it a little? He was like, "Can you make it a little darker?" It was already.
Oh, better yet,
They
how about
want
I'm gonna get you sucker
they
when your
want-
leg just come off?
They
Like,
want-
when Tisha Campbell? Yeah, when they were
if I gotta
In
cut
the
the
attic,
lights
and she
out
took
before
everything
we
off.
have sex,
No good.
you got to go.
No bueno.
Cause I need to know I need to see everything that I'm about to get into, and it's got to be real.
So,
Lights on
so
and
let
you
me ask
okay?
you this: is the colossal? It's not even big anymore. I mean, it's gone from to big. Now
To
it's
gigantic.
Now
Right.
it's colossal. Now.
Right.
Looks like
I
it's
would
just
say
not attractive.
no,
Yeah,
because to
like
me,
it's-
bottom line, it's a bad investment. Because if you understand the basis of gravity, some of that's gonna have to come down.
Absolutely,
So I just
regardless.
think it's a bad. It's almost like even with the chick that's just borderline thick and borderline fat. If you ain't paying her to stay in the gym, that fat is gonna hit before that thickness stay.
That's true.
So she's 27 and thick.
Yeah.
You bound to know that she's gonna be 35 and fat. So you gotta know what you invested into.
You gotta have long-term vision.
You gotta think.
You gotta have forest vision and not tree vision. I'm with you on that, Mike. I'm with you on that.
You gotta look at it and be like,
And that's natural too.
I like to eat. I'm taking her where we going. I ain't forcing her to eat a salad because that's my boo. I'm
Right.
feeding her.
Right.
We ain't working out every day no more because you got kids. We gotta work. We got a career. She ain't in the gym 5 days, 2 to 3 hours. She actually has a career. All that thickness, you gotta add on 15% fat. That's just because how your body is.
Plus,
Right.
as she ages,
As
even
she
if she hits the gym,
It doesn't matter.
You have to
Just
give
because of,
it
like you said,
age,
because of
children.
nature.
just because of
Right,
nature.
it just happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people are lazy.
Especially a kid. A thick woman with a kid.
Nobody. The only time the gym is packed is January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd.
Leading up
And the
to
day
the
after
month.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And after that,
Yeah.
nobody's in the gym but the 3 people that work there and a janitor.
And you know
So
what? At the end of the
everybody's
day,
lazy, so nobody's working out.
I agree.
But the restaurants are packed.
That's why
Yeah.
you find a
Publix
woman in
is
April and
packed.
May. Find her all
But I think that's the problem
Go
because
through the seasons for seeing
like you said, gravity does affect us. And as we age, it's hard, our metabolism slows down, so it's harder for us to burn the fat. But everybody gets lazy and it's easier to go and get lipo.
Suck
Or
it
it's
out,
easier
put
to
it
go
somewhere
get,
else.
if you can afford it, it's easier to go get, a little
Tighten up.
Yeah, than to go to the gym. So that's what a lot of women go do.
Okay, so since you
No,
said,
but I'm
not saying it's right. I'm just
I
saying
have
that's
friends that have got the gastric bypass that get the lipo, but when that weight comes back, it comes back
threefold.
with the vengeance.
Yeah, it
I mean,
does.
they're bigger now than they've ever been
I've seen
before the
that too.
surgery.
I've seen that
I
too.
agree.
I've seen that too.
Which is crazy.
so
It
if we
is.
get into it, like you said, lipo, we talking about it. Take some of the pressure off of it. So what happened when you get that LL liposuction and you got the penis extension? How are y'all dealing with
Oh, no.
that? Oh no! So when he slow the game down, hold on, let me get my pump. What you doing?
I mean, the Viagra. I mean, that's an extension of.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
It's cheating.
It's faking. It's faking.
That's fake.
Or he could be good at linguistics. I would prefer that than a fake extension. They could in a second language like cunnilingus, didn't they? That's a house, so kind of like. I don't want to walk in and see
I've never
a dude
dealt
like
with the
doing-
pump thing, but
I can't do pump.
yeah, that wouldn't work for me because I feel like you just gotta come with what you got.
Yeah, and
You know, if it's good enough, we'll repeat it. But if it's not,
Okay,
we'll delete it.
but I mean,
would you take a man with a fake John?
I mean, I've never experienced that. I don't even know if I would notice it. I don't even know. I mean, no, look at you.
You gonna notice it.
What? Because
Like
I've never. I mean, when you attach it, you like screw it on. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I'm
don't know
saying.
how it
I've
works.
never seen one, so I don't know how
But
it
I
works.
think they said now they actually cut the man open and it's a silicone.
That's what I'm saying.
extension.
Like,
wow.
if he just shows up and he's like lock and loaded and he's, I don't know. How would I know?
What if he? Okay, so just
Because
like
I don't have prior
a man
experience.
sits down with a woman and he asks, "Oh, is that real?" And she admits, "No, I have injections."
So should I
So
question?
she just tells.
Yeah, you should
have-
question. I think
do you
yeah,
have fake penis?
I think that's
Are those your testicles?
that's more than apropos.
I'm
Like
saying-
yo, because I would ask yo, are those,
That
are those
complicates
breasts real?
dating a lot.
Is that butt real?
you know what? I don't even think you have to ask anymore. I think it's becoming so
It's so
prevalent.
obvious.
It's so obvious
Right.
now that you don't even have to ask.
Well, I mean, but you
Nothing
guys
in
gotta ask. I mean,
moderation.
women-
Nothing's done right. Everybody's gonna do.
I think we have
you
to
know,
ask.
Like the dudes that have
everybody's
fake
going from an
abs.
A to a double D.
The airbrushed abs.
No,
or the
no,
calves.
They get the
They get the
silicone.
fake pecs.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, fake pecs.
I've heard about the pecs they put in, but I didn't know.
No,
that.
you get the fake abs and everything.
Yeah,
so
you can get the
this
whole-
dude come in with a 300 abs.
$1
Are you
million
like?
man makeover.
Like 300.
You know how they did in that movie? Them they had the 8-packs. They was just-
No,
I
those was
might
like
go
12
get
packs.
I don't know if I'm questioning those.
See? Okay, now we on that good.
I'm gonna play.
So that's my point.
You'll get your sticks out.
So now the thing,
Do
so
some laundry
he done
on.
came in with this
Watch it.
12 pack. He done came in with a 12 pack. Are you justifying a 12 pack versus the colossal booty?
No, I'm not justifying it. I'm just, you know.
You would deal with it.
No, I'm saying it's nice. But guess what?
I'm talking about
Once
he
it-
chisel waist, he 12 pack up.
But
you
guess
can
what?
bounce pennies off of
But
it. What you gonna do?
when I find out that if it's fake, I'm done with that. It's
Okay,
not gonna be
so
good
it's
for
a
me.
turn off.
It's gonna be a turn off.
So basically,
Because you
it's
know
like
what?
a test drive.
He
You'll drive the car and you'll walk away.
Cheated.
He cheated. You know, put your work in.
And there's a lot of people cheating. I'm not necessarily talking about cheating, but
Right.
they cheating.
They
on-
cheat.
on the-
You know what?
on the
If you
physical
wanna-
act, yeah.
You know
Give
what?
it a
If you
false-
want a big ass, you get up there, you squat all day, you lunge all day, and get your big ass. And it's natural.
Right.
You can't just grow a big ass if you just a thin
If
person.
you
Yeah.
squat your ass
have
and
what's called
lunge
No,
all
if you
day,
got a hanging
you
ass,
can get your
You can curve it out.
You
though.
You can curve it out.
You
You
can
can lift
flop
up.
it
You
up.
get a
can lift it up.
little punch to it.
Right.
You know,
Right,
you're
but
not
you're
gonna
not
get.
gonna have a-
yeah,
But that's
yeah.
But that's the thing. As a petite girl, if you flat, that little punch gonna
That
look
little
like
punch
a
Yeah,
looks
it
good.
will.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, but I mean,
You can fight
but
gravity.
they're overdoing it though.
But there are a lot of guys who
Yeah,
like
they're
it. You two might not like it.
That's a good point.
But a lot of guys do, and they don't mind. They actually will tell their girlfriends, "I would love it if I could take you to
There's
Dr.
dudes
Hodgkin."
sponsoring
Hold up,
this thing.
really? But I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you why.
No, that's true.
Going back to what I said, to objectify that, I don't believe they like it. They like the attention that they get from it.
I think so too.
So you think
There
it's
are dudes-
self-centered?
it's the men.
It's not.
I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna put them 34 D's. I'm basically gonna do you like a car. I'm dropping D's on you everywhere. I don't care how to. I'm putting the 27.
The 36s on there. You pass them 22s and 24, you going to 36s.
So at this point, I really don't care how you look.
Right.
What I care about is every time I take you out, I'm caring, cause like they say, a man don't buy a car to impress another man.
But how
But you
shallow
will
is
have
that dude?
that's where the insecurities come in. So as my woman, I have you a certain way to impress other men.
Right.
You buy, like, I ain't buying a G35 so Lewis will come out and be like, I like your car. Give a damn what Lewis thinks. But if you come out and be like, I like your car, I'm gonna make sure I clean it and wax it.
Right.
But when it's your woman and somebody look at you, cause now one thing, women attract men, but women also attract other women.
They sure
Right.
do.
That's
I agree.
The badder your woman, the more attention you
She'll be like,
get.
hey, I wonder what he's doing right.
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 Now, so my thing is now, as a woman looking at you, be like, but she all fake, or is she thinking, if I get with him, I can go ahead and get my breasts done. I can go ahead and take care of all this.
Right.
Is she making up a list? So it's all insecurities. I think it's just the base of insecurity.
And
That's what
it comes down, it all comes down to insecurities. That's why I really have no problem, honestly, with an individual doing anything necessary for themselves so they can have the confidence to go out there in the world, whatever it is. Like, I'm not gonna knock you on that, but it's the whole, general broad aspect of how we're feeding each other into the concept that we should all follow suit.
Yeah.
We should all follow suit. Like, I might not want to get my boobs done, she might want to, and it makes her feel better about herself. Go to it. But if you're making me feel that I need to conform to some kind of statute of conformity for beauty, then that's what I have a problem with.
I mean, but do you think that really gives a person confidence, especially when people are continuously asking them, is that real? Is that your real hair? Are those your real breasts? Is that
I
your
think
real
deeper
butt?
than that, they need to fix themselves internally. It has nothing to do with the external. Because even if you get those boobs and your eyes and your weave and everything, you're still going to have issues. And if they're going to keep on going through these procedures, they're still going to be unhappy with themselves in the long term. It's a short-term effect.
Little
it's a
Kim.
Band-Aid.
Little Kim.
Perfect
example, Little Kim.
And she was beautiful back in the day.
I think she was absolutely.
She was a beautiful
She was a
woman.
cute, petite.
She was a cute.
She was a cute. She was a very cute. And she went in here, and now she looks crazy and deranged.
Yeah.
I mean, Little
You know
Kim.
who she looks like? The character on Saw. You ever see Saw?
The clown?
I mean, the right. The one with the red cheeks.
Oh my gosh.
That is so cold.
I'm just saying, she looks like Saw. She looks like Saw.
Watching this.
No, I'm just saying, she looks like Saw.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So
But
you have one comment that came in. I'll just do initials, I guess, at this point. We won't say nobody's name. You have a comment from AF that said, "You said it right. It's a damn shame, and that's supposed to be sexy. Come on, man." So I mean, the thing is, ladies, I have to start wondering, y'all, because y'all may know women that do it. Y'all haven't done it yourself. Would have been better if we had somebody that did it, or she might have walked off the set by now. My question is, if more men seem to be saying they don't like it, yet they don't mind flaunting it to show it off, why do it at this point?
Their whole attitude about their physical would change. I think they stop. That would lessen.
I think men need to change.
So if men stop glorifying it, you think they'll change?
I think that would stop. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm watching the show last week on television on one of the news stations. I can't remember. I mean, you got women that are under the age of 18 getting Botox, getting injections.
Yes.
I mean, where does it stop and when does it stop?
Men won't stop glorifying it. Women will stop doing it.
There would be no reason.
There would be no reason.
Such societal pressures and standards of beauty that they feel compelled to do this to themselves, and it's not. It's killing them.
Once again, and I always.
For instance, here in South Florida, the chick that's shooting fixer flat on her ass.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to go to the doctor to shoot fixer flat in your ass. You can go to AutoZone.
Or Pet Boys.
And the Pet Boys, right. You go to Goodyear, they could do that.
But I didn't know that was literal. Fix flicks.
Did you see the pictures?
Yeah.
I mean, the butt was out to here, and the legs were in here.
But that was the doctor. That wasn't the person that got that they inserted the fixer flat in. That was the doctor.
Cause I'm just saying,
the person who did it.
And I mean, they were strippers. My thing is, I go to the stripper, I'm more so looking for the cute, innocent-looking girl. I'm not looking. I'm just saying. That's what
That's you, and you are the exception, like a big time exception. The girl that can bounce it and do the whole
That's
thing.
what they make it rain for.
She gets pulled over for all the lap
The girl
dances.
that can do that is in the hospital. Her name is Tip Drill. She fell and hit her head.
She sure
That's
did.
what happened.
Exactly. But at the end of the day,
Those are the popular girls in the strip club.
I still put it
Humpty
back.
Dumpty fell down.
I still put it back on our men Because at the end of the day, my father was the one that gave me my self-esteem and my self-worth.
Okay, that was indeed.
You know, my father gave me that. He allowed me to understand who I am and what I am and what I bring. So at the end of the day, I have to put that back on men. If you don't instill this in your daughters, and you send them out there in this world,
That's true.
You know, and then you've got men out there that are glorifying this whole thing. Come on.
You're not going to be able to stand up to
You're
that.
not going to be able to stand up to
You know what? And I wouldn't even limit it to men. I could say it to men. I take the time to, and men are fathers. I would say even as an older brother, I used to always take the time, especially when my sister was in high school and college, I would let her know how beautiful she was and how beautiful her smile was. So, but at the same time, I think it's not just the men. What the mothers have to do the same thing.
My mother did that for me.
I mean, once again, it's that male connection. It's from coming from a man. It's different
because it interprets
that interaction and how men perceive you. When you understand how you perceive yourself, it doesn't matter what another man thinks. And that's what your father has to do. He has to instill self-worth in you. And when that's not instilled with you, you're going to have problems.
You're going to be vulnerable to the world and your perception of what you should look like and how you should be.
That's a good point. It's because it starts at home.
It starts at home.
As anything
So what's going on when you got a 17-year-old getting Botox? Daddy and mama got to sign off their papers to get that done.
So you
no, you don't. Not when there's fake IDs and there's a hookup man.
They're doing it, but at the end of the day,
this kid getting tattooed.
We're still talking about generational curses. At the end of the day.
And there are a lot of parents who actually sign off on their children as graduation gifts getting implants. You know, so and mothers will say, well, I wish I had this opportunity when I was 18 because life would have been better for me. So I'm giving it on to my daughter. Instead of teaching her that life is great just being yourself, she's saying with these additional assets, then you can have the life that I never lived. What are you teaching your children when you're saying that what you have to offer the world is not internal? It has to be something external.
So we're building trophy wives instead of careers.
Absolutely.
Trophy people, period.
But sometimes it is hard. It is hard sometimes if society, because if it's just, let's say, even a mother and a father trying to tell a young lady, you're beautiful, you're perfect, you're fine, you're acceptable, you're good just the way you are. If society, all her peers, all her friends are giving her that negative pressure, sometimes that's hard. And that's what a lot of kids go through. That's why all her friends are telling her, or her friends are, you know, getting boob jobs, or her friends have big boobs already and she's flat chested. But her mom is saying it's okay. But all the other girls are getting attention and she's getting nothing. Mom don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's how she sees it.
Yeah, she sees it because all the other girls are getting attention, they're hanging out, they're at the football game, and you know, they're cool. But she's getting nothing because she's flat chested. So what her mom and dad saying is not sounding
doesn't even resonate.
So even though I agree, I think it should start at home, but when you just have two people telling you you're great, but 1,000 showing you something different, and you know, kids spend more time in school awake than they do at home. So if they're seeing all that, they're gonna grow up with that, like, you know, I'm not good enough. Yeah.
And I think a lot of it,
so they turn into, you know, the girl like, I need some boobs, I need this, I need everything, I need light bulbs.
I think media has a big part to play on, you know, in the way we perceive beauty and ourselves and each other in our society. And we can't really change media because their whole job is to make us consumers, to make us buy into a trend, a product,
every magazine cover.
Right, so you can't blind to a flat-chested product.
So every
get this sports bra look like an A cup.
Every magazine cover you see with like a flat-chested girl and, you know, no butt, you know, or a big belly hanging out. You don't see that.
That's why I tell people to stay out of these magazines.
It's true. Yeah, magazines are a killer.
You guys, I mean, people bring added pressures, unnecessary pressure upon themselves because they feel like they have to conform. They have to compete. And when really, like, you just be satisfied with who you are, how you are, and the way you are.
And be confident in who you are.
Confidence is the most attractive.
This is what God gave me, and you know what?
He didn't make a mistake when He made you.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got that, and I hope most of y'all out there got that type of confidence, because that's definitely not necessary. So, you know, we're gonna wrap this show up. I want to thank Mike. I want to thank Ty, Charlie. I want to thank Latoya. We're gonna be back here next Tuesday. Like I said, you guys can catch us on Twitter at It's Hot in Here, ITS. HOTTINHERE, or you can catch us At Twitter at Louis Oliver, LOUISOLIVER 25, or at Charlie CHOLLYQUOTE. We'll be back. You guys can catch us on Facebook. Tweet us in. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. We're gonna talk about it next week. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.